know, it's the October bank holiday weekend. If you're a jazz fan, that means you take the A train to Cork for the festival. And as usual, the streets, pubs and clubs of the southern capital will be hopping. Now, one of the bands who'll be there are the Swingin Lovers. They hail from all over the place, based in Paris, and they've set up in Studio 8, which is why my acoustic sounds a little different than it did a moment ago. But they're going to talk to us in a moment. But first...
If your life seems pretty rough, maybe you should strut your stuff. If everything is stormy weather, soon you'll feel light as a feather. Shine your shoes, put your spats on, brush your tails and try your hats on. Come out and have a time. We're gonna spend our every dime and swing, swing, swing your blues away. Tomorrow's gonna be another day. If your troubles get you down, it's time to hit the town. Swing, 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 swing your blues away. If it's loving you require, why deny your heart's desire? If you're craving someone's kiss, find yourself a little miss and iron your shirt and put your studs in. Don't sit hurting, cross the Hudson, save your aching head. We're gonna paint the apple red and swing, swing, swing your blues away. Tomorrow's gonna be another day. If your troubles get you down, it's time to hit the town. Swing, 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 swing your blues away. Soon, oh, you'll be dancing, and your heart's gonna beat to a different tune. Oh, when you're romancing, each moment feels like a starry night in June. Soon, oh, you'll be dancing. Your heart's gonna beat to a different tune. When you're romancing, each moment feels like a starry night in June. If there's something starts to bug you, but you never cut the rug, you can't go on like that. You'll be dead in seconds flat, but hanky pointed in your pocket, spanky like a painted rocket. Who needs Medicare when you feel like Fred Astaire? And swing, swing, swing your blues away. Tomorrow's gonna be another day. If your troubles get you down, it's time to hit the town. Swing, 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 swing your blues away. Your blues away. Your blues away, your blues away.
Fantastic stuff from the Swingin Lovers, and that's called Swing Your Blues. Now, the trombonist, I suppose leader of the band, what part of New Orleans are you from?
Rathfarnham.
Rathfarnam, wow.
Good morning, Pat. Thanks for having us on the show.
You're very welcome. Paddy Sherlock, how in heaven's name did you end up on the banks of the Seine?
Went away from Dublin looking for romance and adventure, and I finished up in Paris, and that's nearly 20 years ago.
And why did you decide to stay? I mean, what were you doing? What was it so special about Paris?
Paris is beautiful, of course. Just at the time, was really good movement and music happening, both on the street, in the clubs, and I met some amazing musicians from all over the world. So,
back in the dark days of the 80s in Ireland, probably not a whole lot happening for a trombonist.
Nothing at all. I mean, and that's not to there was a good tradition, and there was like older guys who taught us how to play, and they were really cool. But with regards to gigs and everything else, nothing was happening. So I didn't even think I'd be a trombone player. I left and I played trombone, and in Paris I managed to
do
become
something in Paris. Didn't think your music would actually
and play a bit.
Put baguettes on the table.
Into the real thing, which is a dream. So
fantastic. What was L'Hôpital Éphémère?
L'Hôpital Éphémère was originally a big squat up on the north side of Paris, but it was a very well organised squat, and it turned into a real artist's place, and loads of bands, loads of artists, loads of theatre, filmmakers, fashion designers, everything came out of there, and it was a real movement again. Later half of the 80s, it lasted for about 6 years.
So it wasn't as ephemeral as we thought. 6 years.
But as often happens, unfortunately, these things it got closed down in the end.
I presume for redevelopment or something like that.
For redevelopment, yes, of course.
Now, this motley crew you've assembled here this morning, there are some Irish names, but not necessarily from Ireland. Michael, good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you from, Michael?
I'm from Denver, Colorado.
Denver, Colorado. Michael O'Doherty. Or do you have a different pronunciation in Denver, Colorado, like Doherty?
Well, not really.
Not really?
Doherty, actually.
Doherty. Yeah. And you're on saxophone and flute. That was your contribution a few moments ago. How did you end up in this gang? I mean, where did you all meet?
Well, we met basically, in clubs and on the streets in Paris, yeah.
Yeah, and from Denver, Colorado to Paris, that's a long way. Why?
Why? Just ended up there, really. Actually, first I came to Ireland, actually. I flew from New York to here, 25 years ago, I guess.
And not a lot of work for Denver, Colorado natives who play the saxophone and the flute?
No, it's mainly country music in Colorado, yeah. Hee-haw and all that.
But you, at that stage, were you earning a living from music? Or was that still a pipe dream?
It was kind of a dream, yeah.
Dream. All right. Moving across, we have Sebastian. Is it Girardeau?
Close enough, Girardeau,
yeah. Except that you're not French-born.
No, I'm born in Australia, in Melbourne.
My goodness, this is a band of surprises. And you play the double bass. You're, I suspect, the youngest member of the band?
I would think so. Like good 10, 15 years maybe.
And how did you get involved? First of all, I always admire people who play the double bass because, you know, if it's a good instrument, you have to buy 2 airline seats and, you know, it's not easy to take it in a taxi to gigs.
Instrument, but if everyone played it, I wouldn't have any work, so.
And on drums, well, a little snare this morning, we've Marty Vickers. Marty, where are you from?
Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
This is a multinational conglomerate here we have in front. And the final member of the band is on guitar, Bill Collins, who could be an Irish fella as well. Where from, Bill?
Bronx, New York.
Bronx, New York.
It was the second capital of Ireland, I think.
All right, because you have an Irish face. Just looking at you here, you could be living up the road. Is this a permanent ensemble?
Yeah, we started, Bill and Sebastian and myself, we started a trio a couple of years ago, which was just a jazz trio originally, and then we just said one day, you know, we really got to start writing our own songs, and which we did. We did a whole album of that, and to do the album, we put a bigger band together, and then we kept the bigger band together.
And this is the bigger band?
This is the bigger band. There's an even bigger band.
There's an even bigger band. And who are they?
They're over in Paris at the moment. With restrictions to budget and buses and plane tickets and everything else, we're over.
But is this band part of the bigger band?
This is the real thing, yeah.
This is the core, and then augmented
and this is what we came over to do Cork and everything else with. And
have you got a busy weekend? I mean,
we're tomorrow night, Saturday night in Longford in the ISO Bar, Sunday at the Guinness Cork Jazz Festival in the Festival Club, and Monday night, if you're in Dublin, you can catch us at Café en Seine in Dawson Street.
Now that should be
a great gig. And then we fly back to Paris.
I mean, Café en Seine, the band from Paris, back in December.
Back in December, and a 2-week tour in December.
Excellent.
And all over the country.
You fellas really swing.
So we're really hoping to do something in Ireland because it's fun doing the gigs here. People really react well to it.
Yeah.
I think we're doing something new for here. I hope. I hope
it's
kind of.
it's very slick and sophisticated, and I mean, even though it's radio, you were giving it your full performance
Of course,
here.
of course,
Is there any significance at all in the name of the band? I mean, are you legendary in the sack,
Okay,
the Swingin' Lovers?
who was up latest last night? Sebastian, our youngest member. Can you answer that question, please?
All right, let's not compromise him at this
Beef
early
ready up
stage
there.
of the weekend. Okay, going to do another one for us?
Sure. This song is in French. It's called Ma Doudou m'a quitté. 1, 2, 3. Ma doudou m'a quitté, j'aurais pas dû la tromper. Ma doudou m'a quitté, elle m'a dit moi je suis fâché. Elle m'a pas pardonné, pourtant j'ai pas fait exprès. Ma doudou m'a quitté, ma petite femme m'a adoré. Aïe 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 aïe. Ma doudou m'a quitté, j'aurais pas dû la tromper. Ma doudou m'a quitté, elle m'a dit moi je suis fâché. Elle m'a pas pardonné, pourtant j'ai pas fait exprès. Ma doudou m'a quitté, ma petite femme m'a adoré. Aïe 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 aïe. Ouh là là là, moi ça va pas toute seule nuit. Dans mon lit je m'ennuie. C'est ça.
C'est ça, the Swingin' Lovers. They are absolutely fantastic. So if you're in Cork for the weekend or Longford or in Café on Seine Monday night, you'll catch them there. And I look forward to their extended nationwide tour later on in the year. They are the Swingin' Lovers and they are terrific, led by PADDY SHERLOCK, no less, originally from Dublin but in Paris this past 2 decades or so. News coming up after this.